Is one of the pillars of AEW about to leave the promotion? Is Britt Baker finally on her way out? Because there has been a new report, or rumor, if you will, that has caused controversy among the AEW fans. Why? Because some AEW fans want to see Britt Baker back on television. They want to see her back in the mix on television, in storylines, being the star that she is. There's others who say, Britt Baker, you can hit the bricks and don't let the door hit you on the way out. I don't know where you fall on this spectrum, but I will say this. I have been someone who has been very vocal about Britt Baker needs to leave AEW. They have not used her in all of 2025. Y'all, it is July. It is time to go. If AEW and Tony Khan does not want to use Britt Baker, let Britt Baker go. I've been vocal about how I believe that Britt Baker needs to go to Tony Khan and say, I've had enough of this. Use me or release me. I think she would fit well in WWE. I will get more into why I believe that in this video, because I want to talk about this report. I want to talk about this rumor. Now, I want to preference this by stating, y'all, just take this report for what it is, but the bigger idea behind it is what you need to take away from, okay? So there was a report by WrestleMobs on bodyslam.net. I don't know about you guys. I had never heard of WrestleMobs before this report. Now, I have heard of bodyslam.net, and they do have a track record, but it's behind their paywall on Patreon. So just keep that in mind. I would say the idea I can see happening, but I don't know if it's actually been officially confirmed. You know what I mean? It's one of those, like, are they just putting two things together and saying it, or do they actually have this confirmed? Just want to keep that in mind. It's not a knock on them. It's just they don't really have a track record. So this report has, they say confirmed, but they report that Britt Baker is actively seeking to part ways with AEW. Now, this would align with what fans have speculated based off of her recent social media activity. She hasn't promoted AEW whatsoever. As things currently stand, the report notes that AEW isn't looking to release Baker from her contract. Instead, the internal belief, according to this report, is that they don't want any upcoming WWE Pittsburgh shows to be announced, as well as waiting for Evolution to pass before letting anything move forward. I'm going to call BS on something in a moment. The report noted that we're told Britt feels there's nothing left keeping her in AEW, pointing to burned bridges and the sense of environment has changed around her. Whether or not this ends with a quiet release or something louder, the door appears to be closer to shut than ever before. Okay, well, can we just, I don't know about y'all, but when I saw this, I'm like, what? What are we talking about here? The part of the internal belief is that AEW doesn't want WWE to run any upcoming Pittsburgh shows or to announce any Pittsburgh shows, and for Evolution to pass before they get her released. Y'all, I'm sorry. Would Britt Baker sell some tickets to WWE shows? Yes. But I don't think she's such a huge name that she's going to sell 5,000, 10,000 tickets. Okay? So that, I'm calling BS on that. That's freaking ridiculous, okay? The Evolution show. Would it be a cool moment for Britt Baker to show up in the Battle Royal? Yes. Okay, I can see that. I can see how they would want that to pass. Now, don't get it twisted, though. I think she's actually going to be going to NXT if she opts to go to WWE, if WWE opts to sign her. Okay? In regards to them stating Britt feels like there's nothing left for her to accomplish in AEW outside of like headlining a pay-per-view event or winning some secondary belts, yes, that would be correct. Her burning bridges, I think that's probably factual because Tony Khan doesn't want to use her, right? So before I explain why I think she would be a really good fit in WWE, a little context here. why is there such animosity between Britt Baker and AEW? Why is there so much drama? Well, I'll tell you why. So not only is there's a lot of reports here, okay? And I just keep that in mind. There's a lot of reports here, a lot of reports that I believe, some reports I don't. Number one, there have been incidences in the past where she has had drama within the locker room. There's been allegations that she kind of seems like she's above everyone, that she's better than everyone, and she's on the same level of a lot of talent in AEW. So there's just been some drama back and forth. You know what? Whatever. Take that for what it is. I'm sure some people like her. I'm sure people don't like her as well. I think that just kind of comes with the territory in any locker room, right? You don't love or hate everyone. It's a mixed bag. The reported incident with NJF where she was talking trash about him in the locker room, Alicia Atuk, NJF's girlfriend, overheard it, told him, he confronted Britt, and he reportedly punched a hole in the wall. Did he punch a hole in the wall? I don't know. Do I really care? No. Then you have the Tony Khan thing of, hey, we've had all of these locker room issues. You know, some say that she's hard to work with. Some think that she's above everyone. Her booking should be this. She's been outspoken in the past about lack of promo time. And some would say that her work is not up to par of what it once was. And so Tony Khan has reportedly, and I believe this 100%, is like, you know what? This chick comes with a lot of drama. I'm just gonna wipe my hands of this. I'm just not gonna use her, right? And Tony Khan's way, which is so ridiculous if you think about it. As a guy who owns his own business, the idea of paying someone not to do anything just so they don't go to a rival promotion or a rival company is ridiculous to me. As soon as I don't need you anymore, I'm releasing you. I'm not going to pay you so you can't go and work somewhere else. Okay? That doesn't make any sense to me, but that's Tony Khan's philosophy. So he will keep talent under contract for months, sometimes a year, and just not use them so they won't go to WWE. It's ridiculous. But reportedly, he's tired of Britt Baker and he doesn't want to use her, and clearly he doesn't. So I believe that report. Now, shifting gears, why do I think Britt Baker in WWE would be a great fit? I think she fits the sports entertainment model way better than she fits the AEW model. What do I mean by that? To me, Britt Baker is a good wrestler. She's not a great wrestler. To me, Britt Baker is a great character and a really, really good promo. What does AEW like to tout? What is their calling card? What is their selling point? What makes them different from WWE? It's where they're best wrestle. Okay. So if that's where the best wrestle, Britt Baker probably doesn't fit into that category. She fits better in the category and under the promotion and under the product style of the WWE that says, hey, we want great wrestling, but it's not our number one priority. Hey, we want bigger than life characters, and we want storylines, and we want character work, and we want promos. That's what we're looking for. Well, you know what? Britt Baker fits that mold. So if you look at it from that standpoint, WWE fits very, very nicely with Britt Baker. Don't come out with me at the situation of, well, what about her dentistry? Y'all, she has made it very clear that ever since she's really gotten popular and famous within AEW, she no longer takes in walk-in clients. All of her clients, she owns her own dentistry. So she outsources a lot of this work with other dentists, but she only works on clients or works with clients or treats clients, however you want to use it, that she's known, that she knows, and it's a select few, okay? She is, you know, the operator standpoint, instead of the day-to-day, she's taking every single client trying to get her dentistry up. She doesn't have to do that. There's levels to business. She's reached that level, right? She's not in the hamster wheel of day-to-day to day-to-day. So the WWE schedule fits very nicely with what she's doing in dentistry, right? And really, money's not the issue because she makes money from being a dentist and she's still getting paid, I'm sure, quite well from AEW and Tony Khan, even though I find that to be absolutely ridiculous. So, with all that being said, I hope this report is true. Please keep in mind what it is. There's a lot of pieces that just kind of fit There's some pieces that just does not make any kind of sense to me. So keep that in mind when we're talking about Britt Baker in this situation.